Hi, today we're gonna do a loan for a house, and we're gonna do a two variable table. Okay, so we're gonna start with the loan. Let's loan amount. Let's say about $150,000 house. 150, not 15. And interest rate, we're gonna say we have a great interest rate of 3.5%, years, 30 years. So what the term of months? The months, it will be equals to how many years times 12, because we're going to be doing 12 monthly payments. So we're going to do the payment formula. So we're going to say up here fx function, and we're going to be looking for the payment. I've not used it in this computer before, so we're going to say payment, and this will tell you, okay, the rate. On the first one, rate is the interest rate that we're going to be using. For example, 6.4 by 4, because if we're going to do quarterly, but we're going to be doing monthly payments, therefore our rate is going to be the interest rate divided by 12. NPR is the total amount of payments for the loan, life of the loan. So you can either use years times 12, or because we're doing 30 years, 12 monthly payments, or we can use the term which we already did the calculations. PV is the present value of the loan, so that is $150,000, and we'll say okay, that it is a payment of $637. If you want to see this on a positive format, this is a negative format because it means that it is coming out of your pocket. You're paying this money. And this is in a positive format because it's money coming into your pocket. So if for some reason you wanted to show this on a positive, you multiply this times a negative number. So it will say negative, and it will bring it to a positive. The total amount is the amount that you're going to pay for the whole life of the loan. So if we wanted to get that information, we'll say equals the monthly payment times how many payments we're going to do over the life of the loan. So we're going to borrow $150,000 at 3.5% for 30 years. We're going to pay $673 a month for a total balance of $242,000 over the life of the loan. Okay, let's do the table now. So first of all, we're going to say years: 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 years. There should not be any here. Okay, I don't know why it's green. Anyways, now we're going to put the interest rate and this in. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the interest rate at 3.5. Let's start with that, as the interest rates at this moment are great. But if you see a problem here, this is 3.5, a whole number. It doesn't say percentage, therefore this is not a percent. Okay, if we change this to a percentage, it will be 350%. Okay, so always remember to put your percentage sign in here. Format this cell to be a percent before you start putting the information in. If not, the numbers are going to be way off. So we're going to be 3.5%. So this is going to be we increase the decimals after the decimal point. So you had 3.5. We're going to say 3.6. Again, it's a whole number. This has to be 3.6. 6. Increase the number. Now let's see if it will help us autofill. Yep, sure does. And we're just going to do to 4.7. This is a demonstration only. We're not going to do too many. So if you want to do an autofill, you should have at least 2 or 3 of numbers on the series, so the computer will learn what you want to do. Okay. What do we want here? We want the monthly payments. Okay, so we'll say monthly payment. Okay, So we're gonna put the formula here. We could put the full formula, or we can just copy the formula from right over here, as we already done the formula before. So we'll say equals the formula, but we don't want this to be shown. We want it to just say monthly payment or percentage or something. So instead of that, we'll have the information. We're not going to override it. We're just going to put something on top of it. So we'll say format cell. We want to do a number tab. We want to do a custom format here, and this will tell us what do you want to put there. Okay, input, because I want to put a text, I had to put inside quotations. So I'll say percentage. Does not matter what you want to put in there. I'm just giving you an example of what we can add in there. So we have percentage is a text, therefore it's going to be inside quotation marks, and you say okay. Now it's writing percentage on top of the value. If you notice, the value in reality of this cell is B7 right here, but because we want to say something, the B7 will be hiding behind it and it will show up. So remember, this is a percentage, has to say percentage by using your format. This is the number of years. Now, before we're gonna do a two variable data table. So we highlight the whole thing right there, and we're gonna do data, what if analysis, data table. Okay, row input cell. What's a row? This is a row. A row goes horizontally, and what do you have on the row? You have the years. Therefore, we want to say years right here, so it will know what to use for the formula. Row, and you have years in row, so we say years. Column, what do you have in column? In column, I have right here, I have the percentage, so I have this right here. Okay, the percentage is in a column, therefore, because that's the value or the variable that we're going to use, and we'll say interest rate is right here, that's what we're going to use, and there is your your monthly payment. Here you can format if you want to. You highlight the whole thing, go in home, let's say this, and you'll format to your dollar signs. And you can do a lot of formatting here, make it nice and pretty, but this will show you a crude example of how to do a loan payment and a data table with two variables, and how to custom make this percentage to show up instead of the value that should be there behind the text. Hope you learned something. Good luck.